Hey, it's Cake.
And Whimsy. And we're off to Toastmasters in a few. Wednesday, Toastmasters. Tonight I'm going to be doing some speaking, and I have a speech that is about my communication style, and the weird thing I'm going to be doing tonight, which could be horrible, I'll let you know how it works out, is I am not censoring any of my body movements. My body language is going to be whatever naturally comes out, and it's going to be horrifying and disconcerting, I think.
I'm scared.
We're going to see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm going to be making other people talk tonight.
Table Topics Master.
I will tell you all about that later when we get back, because we got to go.
We're off.
See you in a bit.
We're back from Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
What a fun evening.
Toastmaster. I don't know what that was about. It seemed appropriate for some reason.
Alright, I took your shooty fingers and made them disco fingers. I do have an addition to my uniform tonight, though, and that is the Toastmaster Pathways pin. I don't know if it can show up there or not, but that's alright.
Yeah, they know it's there.
This is the pin I was given for being one of the first ones to sign up for Pathways. So that was kind of fun and unexpected. I didn't realize that was a thing. So, my speech went over pretty well tonight. It was manic and weird.
And funny.
But it was kind of supposed to be that way, and I think everyone enjoyed it. That was
You got many laughs.
That is true. I was meant to be amusing, if not comedic, and I think we hit that note.
And he invented a new term with the karate brain.
The karate hand.
The karate hand.
Chopping the facts into your brains.
Made more sense with the speech, but you get the idea.
You've seen it before. You've seen it before. Don't pretend you haven't. So Jess did table topics tonight.
I did the impromptu speeches that are 1 to 2 minutes, and I picked the theme and ran it. And my theme was, it's yard sale season. So everyone had to KonMari method their books, and by their books I mean our books, and pick a book at random and tell us about the book just by the cover, without knowing anything about it or reading any blurbs.
So we thought you might like to play along as well. Here's some of the ones we did at the club tonight. 10 Little Zombies.
A love story.
A love story.
They don't need the back.
There's nothing written there.
Okay.
So I thought that was okay.
Don't give them help.
She didn't allow us to read the snippets on the back at all. Hijinx Hollow. Trilogy 1.
Wait, who are those authors?
What? I don't think that's important.
I think it says that it's Dan Deslitz and Jessica McLean. That's weird. How'd that get in there?
Weird. Almost like we wrote a book.
Weird. There might even be a link in the description if you want to read it for yourself.
I mean...
Shameless plug, shameless plug.
We'll even show you what's on the back.
What? Those faces look too familiar.
Now that is very cheating for this particular contest we're running, which doesn't actually have a reward, so I guess it's not really a contest.
True. Yeah,
it's more of a game.
It's just have fun writing in the comments your own description.
Yeah, what would you do to describe that book just by the cover?
We figured that one would be a safe bet because nobody's read it.
So here's one that a lot of people haven't read, but by a very best-selling author. Dream Park. What would you think that would be about?
And finally, because we don't want to show you all of them, we had a big case just full of books,
But Saving Christmas, a feel-good macabre tale.
What does that even mean? Oh wait, what? Who are the authors on that one?
What? Is this another one of our books that got put in there?
How did those get in there?
That is very, very weird.
Dan.
I'm sorry, I'm a shameless self-promoter.
Ugh.
I'm a shameless self-promoter. That's evidently how the elves speak.
That's exciting. So, play along in the comments. Tell us if you have read these books by some weird chance. don't tell the actual plot, but you can make up whatever you want based on the cover, just for fun.
Oftentimes covers have nothing to do with what's going on in the book, so this is just a fun way of kind of recreating that tale.
It went over well. A couple of people went more than once, so I take that as a success.
We had a lot of fun with it, so that was pretty cool. In the meantime...
Speaking of books...
Speaking of books... Oh yes, speaking of books, you're right.
One of my 2 favorite books is Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. So, of course, and he enjoys it as well, of course we had to watch the TV series on Amazon Prime now that it's out. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I was so worried and so scared, but it was perfect. I would not change anything about it.
We binged watched it, and it was everything you could ask for in a interpretation of a series. It was, I think, both authors, you know, obviously Terry Pratchett is no longer with us anymore, but Neil Gaiman is, and I assume supplied the transcript for that. It's everything either one of those authors could want in a thing. Everyone that a huge fan of either one of those could want. And in addition, it left me at the same time wanting more and being very happy they didn't try to give me more. So it was that weird feeling that I think is just the perfect feeling you want to have exiting something like that. So that was great. I hope you get a chance to watch it.
Would that every TV adaptation were so good.
Right? Absolutely. So, Jess had a horrific experience in her arachnophobia.
You guys know about my arachnophobia and how much fun that is. Well,
party every time.
In the bathroom, the place you really don't want to have this attack or have this problem, a giant, like, silver dollar sized spider crawled out from, we have a bamboo bath mat that has like slats and stuff. It was crawling in and out of the slats. He was so big.
Now, for reference, how does he compare to that behemoth spider that we saw at Roseland Park?
A little bit smaller.
That's still huge.
Yeah, it's big.
I only saw the carcass after it was already smushed. It was pretty substantial, but then they all crunch up on themselves, so it looks smaller than it really is.
I smushed it good.
But good.
Rubbed it across the floor. It's dead.
I am usually chief spider killer, but I can't be here all the time, and, you know, I'm not going to be in the bathroom when you're in the bathroom.
No.
So, strict prohibitions.
We do not have that good a relationship.
No, there are strictly defined separations.
Really? I gotta take that pillow away from you at some point.
And that, no, it's such a good prop. That keep our relationship happy and fresh. And that is one of those lines.
Now, this home vlog's running a little long, but there's one more thing we want to tell you about tonight.
That's true. I went to the doctor's. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, Dan.
Oh.
I was giving it to you, but you had already taken it.
I took it from you like I was a Scot
or a Viking.
Or a Viking of some sort.
That's my shtick. Get your own. Go eat a potato.
I took it from you like you were holding a whiskey bottle. So I went to the doctor's recently. I've had some issues with my blood pressure being, of all things, a little lower than normal.
His blood pressure is too good.
It normally stays right at the low line, and I guess it got much lower. So I went in for a stress test, and just to make sure everything was good, I'm at that age where I want to check those things. Passed it with flying colors. Turns out there was no issue at all, and I have a very healthy heart. I apparently am in fantastic shape. So
even on the paleo ketogenic diet, with all of this fat, right. Eating like 80% of your calories are from fat, super healthy ticker.
And that is not with the exception of I have MS or some other kind of autoimmune and I have to do that. I am a regular healthy person on a ketogenic diet for a year and a half, and that fat, my cholesterol levels were like perfect across the board. The only high part was I had too much good cholesterol. And nobody's complaining about that.
Your blood pressure is too good and your cholesterol is too good.
Right, so it was good to get it checked up, but also felt very good to know that one of those areas that could be a huge thing checks out in excellent shape, so
And
pretty good.
Feel the need as a nutritional therapist to do a quick disclaimer that if you're going to do a ketogenic diet, do it responsibly. Don't just go in like follow Facebook memes and random articles that you click on I don't know, on sites that are disreputable. Make sure that there's an actual study there. Make sure that you're actually doing it the right way. Ketogenic does not necessarily mean you can just eat bacon cheeseburgers all the time. There's more to it than that. So please do your research, do your due diligence, make sure you're doing it in a healthy way.
All fats are not created equal.
They are not.
And with that, I think it's time for us to get some additional fat in our system by maybe frosting the cake.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.